against the two-time defending American League champions. Anybody in the American League, Mariners have a chance to take the season series from these guys for the first time since '07.
Well, and I think Bill just touched on it. The bullpen has been a big part of that. But I think the most important thing is when you have a young team and the struggles that they had last year, already they've won more games, and then to go up against the best. And don't forget, the Rangers have gone to the World Series the last 2 years representing the American League, and they're in their division. To play them the way that they have this year has to be a big boost confidence-wise going into next season.
Absolutely. And there's a few other games, boy, you wish you could have back right about now for sure. Let's take a look at our Lexus pitching matchup today. Jason Vargas, boy, he's been in innings eaters, 14 and 10. He goes against the veteran Ryan Dempster, obtained earlier by the Rangers. He's 6-2 with Texas.
Well, I think the big thing for Vargas today is keep the ball in the ballpark. Jason, at times, has let the ball get in the air. This is not the club that you want to do that against. It's a day game here at Safeco. The ball will carry a little bit better, but he's really been pitching well this year. He's going over 200 innings again, so I expect he will do exactly that. The one thing we've seen from the starters is they've had to throw a lot of pitches to get through a minimal amount of innings. I wouldn't be surprised if Jason has to do that again today.
6-3 win in the first game of the series, 1-0 last night. Michael Saunders with a home run, and today the Mariners go for the sweep against the Texas Rangers. And how about Sondo last night? He got hit by John Jaso post-game during the interview because of this. Reached out with a breaking ball, hit it into the first row of the seats. That was the only run of the ball game. Mariners go for the sweep. Rangers and Mariners first pitch straight ahead.
Mariners Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by CenturyLink, a different kind of communications company. CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Banner Bank, better ideas, better banking. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting comedian and Comedy Central star Carlos Mencia October 6th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. There is no better place to be than the pen for today's series and season finale against the Texas Rangers. Hello, everyone. I'm Jen Mueller at the Ford Sports Desk. And you heard Dave Sims talk about how the Mariners can win the series for the season and just for this 3-game series, or sweep the series against the Rangers. And let's put this in perspective just a little bit. Last year against the Rangers, the Mariners just 4-15. Going into today's game, they are 9-9. The fact that they can win the series for the season, that means something to Eric Wedge and the club.
No doubt about it. I mean, I think Texas is one of the best teams in baseball, and you know, they're a complete team. You talk about their offense, their defense, their starting pitching, and bullpen. And you know, to win a season series against a team like that, who's obviously further ahead than where we are, that's significant. And you know, I think it really says something about the progress that our kids have made.
A guy like Blake Bevan, who has an outing like yesterday, what does it force you to think about going into the offseason?
Well, good for him. It forces us to think more about him and his future with us. And, you know, I tell you, it's a great lesson for all young players. You talk about the ability to use your fastball and throw your fastball where you want to throw it to get hitters out. And you talk about one of the better offensive teams in the game. And for Blake to go out there and do a good job with his fastball. Of course, the secondary stuff was good too, but it all starts with his fastball command. He did a great job with that.
There are a lot of things that Eric Wedge and his staff are thinking about going into the offseason. As you take a look at what the rotation might look like next year, we've got, of course, Felix and Jason Vargas. Hisashi Iwakuma proved that he can pitch at this level. Erasmo Ramirez looked pretty strong the last couple of outings, and Blake Bevan there, just one of many options that the Mariners have, so everything that he does counts. And Eric Wedge has said it's not just the starts that he gets, not just the time on the mound, it's the way that he handles everything else. So everybody under the watchful eye of the staff as we are here under a gorgeous sunny day here. It is first pitch ahead between the Mariners and the Rangers on Root Sports.
Home plate entrance, Safeco Field's the site you want to be today as the Mariners play their final Sunday home game of the 2012 season. Welcome inside Safeco Field, everybody, here in Seattle, Washington. It is absolutely gorgeous to finish up this series as the Mariners go for the sweep against the two-time defending American League champion Texas Rangers. I'm Dave Sims with Mike Flowers and the Root Sports crew. Let's take a look at the Ranger lineup that will face Jason Vargas today.
Right-hand dominant lineup for Ron Washington today. Kinsler leading things off, and then it's Andrews Young. Then you get to the middle of the lineup. Have to be careful with Beltre. Then there's Nelson Cruz. Look at Nelson Cruz in his career against Seattle. 18 career home runs. Want to keep the ball down to him. Then it's Murphy, Napoli, Soto, and Craig Gentry, the center fielder, will hit 9th. Jason Vargas on the year. Really pitched well for the Mariners. Again, pitches deep into ball games. Say what he's done overall. Over 200 innings again for Jason. Looking for his 15th win this year. 3.92 ERA.
He has done a good job being a guy you can depend on. He's 4th in innings pitched, 204 1/3 behind Verlander, Felix Hernandez, and James Shields in the American League. He's also 8th in home earned run average. First pitch is ball 1 to Ian Kinsler. Home plate umpire today, Kerwin Danley, with Paul Noward at first, Dana DeMuth at second, and Doug Ennings at third. One count to Kinsler. 1 for 4 last night.
A lot of right-handed hitters in the lineup, hitters with power. Jason, of course, his best weapon is his changeup, and set up by a good fastball in on the hands of the right-handers. I look for him to throw quite a few cutters today, trying to keep the ball in, keep those guys honest, and then try to put them away with the changeup. There's a good changeup down and away.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Mariners had 9-9 against these Rangers on the season series. They went 11-8 in 07. Last time they took a season series from the Rangers. Fly ball, short center field. Tiedes calling off Ryan. 1 out.
Routine play for Gutierrez. Take a look at the rest of the defense. In left field, Michael Saunders getting started. He had a home run in last night's ballgame. Out in right field, Eric Thames getting the start in right. It had been Casper Wells Thames today. And on the infield, Seager at third, was at second last night. Ryan at shortstop. Carlos Stringfellow, we get a chance to watch him play second base this afternoon. John Jaso will do the catching.
So one down, the 2-hole hitter is going to be Elvis Andrus, shortstop. It's strike 1. Elvis 0 for 3 last night. 2 for 4 in the first game. Mariners won that first game 6-3, and then last night 1-0. Don't hang too many 1-0 defeats on these Rangers. Ryan, and he spikes it. It'll be an E6. What a sinker.
I don't think that we've seen this year. I'm almost shocked. Routine ground ball. Brendan Ryan comes back, and you're right, it's a sinker. Justin Smoke not able to come up with it, but I'm not sure that we've seen Brendan Ryan do that the entire season.
No, not on the throw. We've seen maybe bobble a couple and get charged for an error, but not on the throw.
Such a routine play for him.
Yeah. No, he does it in his sleep too. I mean, that's completes that play like it's nothing. Brings up Michael Young. Playing at first base today. Played DH last night, third base on Friday. Young 13 for 33 with a home run against Vargas as he fouls one off.
Talked about it all year, Dave. The club leaning on their pitching and their defense. Thought it was interesting in our notes today. But the 1-0 win last night, the 6th time this year. That's a club record. That's amazing. 1-0, especially when you consider the lineup that they had to pitch through last night.
Exactly.
Bevan was really good last night. Bullpen again.
Gonna miss. Michael Young gone. Out number 2 here in the first inning. Bring up former Mariner Adrian Beltre. Yeah, to beat these guys 1-0, that's a tight defense, a great pitch. And Josh Kenny, can't say enough about what he did after Bevan went out for the 8th inning, gave up a double and a walk, then he got lifted. And Kenny goes strikeout, pop up, strikeout.
I think one of the things that you look at for guys in your bullpen is what happens, not necessarily their ERA, but the inherited runners. And Kenny has not let one score yet this year. This ball's popped up. Smoke will have a play at first.
He gets Ryan off the hook. Good job by Vargas pitching. He gets tough. First 4 hitters here. No score. Mariners coming to bat on this good-looking Sunday here in Seattle. Big pitch here by Jason Vargas to get Michael Young, the 3-hole hitter for the Rangers. Strikes him out there. Good start for Jason. Now let's see what the offense can do against the veteran Ryan Dempster.
This afternoon's starting lineup is brought to you by Chevron. A couple of changes. Ackley still with a stiff neck. So Michael Saunders, who hit the home run last night, he moves up. He will hit leadoff. Then it's Gutierrez, Seager, Jaso. How about Justin Smoke, what he's done against the Rangers this year? Look at that, 318 average for Justin. He's been a hot hitter in September for the Mariners. It's Thames, Jimenez, Trianfel, and Brendan Ryan to round out the 9 for the Mariners. Dempster, former Chicago Cub, traded over to the Rangers this year, a 4.70 ERA. He is 6-2, though, for the Rangers. Opponent's average a little bit high, 270. He's given up 6 home runs since joining Texas.
Back up this way, Ryan Dempster from Gibson's, British Columbia, about 135 miles from here. This is his 10th start.
This will be interesting watching him work against the Mariner lineup. He is not overpowering. His fastball will be in the upper 80s. At times he'll be 90 miles an hour. But the thing that he will do is he will change speeds, use a variety of breaking balls. He will use his changeup effectively and not give in to the hitters.
0-2 strikes is Saunders.
Basically what he is he's a veteran guy that knows how to pitch, and
for sure
he will work both sides of the plate, elevate the fastball at times when he needs to. So for him to face this lineup, it'll be interesting to watch the Mariners try to attack him, especially the second and third time through.
No Ackley, the neck's still bothering him, so Saunders gets a chance to lead off today. Last time the Mariners saw Dempster beating 2-0 with Vargas on the mound, and that was on June 22nd, 2 years ago here at Safeco Field. It was with the Cubs. Certainly has a unique way of getting his hand on the ball and establishing his grip, the way he twirls that glove around and his hand. There you go. There's to your point, not giving in, strikeout.
Good changeup from Dempster. Take a look at the defense for the Rangers this afternoon. In the outfield, David Murphy in left. Nelson Cruz is in right. Gentry getting the start in center field. Hamilton missed this entire series. He'll join the club tomorrow. Beltre at third. Andrus and Kempster playing up the middle. Michael Young will play first base. Moreland the afternoon off. And Soto will do the catching.
So Saunders, who got the only run last night with a home run at 17th, he strikes out. That brings up Goody. Gutierrez, he led off last night, went 0 for 3. Past the diving Beltre, a base hit. Goody aboard with 1 out.
Looks like this is a fastball, trying to run it in on his hands. It does jam him. He hits that right off the label. It finds a hole on the left side of the infield. Diving effort by Beltre. So a good start for the Mariners here, and Franklin Gutierrez.
Bring up Kyle Seager. Kyle 2 for 4 last night. Couple of base hits to right field. Team home run and RBI leader. Dempster's had a couple of 5-game winning streaks this season. Only pitcher in the big leagues this year to have streaks of that long. 2 5-game winning streaks, not bad.
Well, the amazing thing when you look at it, pitching for the Cubs.
Yeah.
Just a 5-5 record with a 2.25 ERA.
See why he was a valuable pickup for him.
But now in the American League, he's a 4.70 ERA, and he's 6-2.
Yeah.
A little bit of offense support helps, doesn't it?
Margin of error is a little bit different. On his career, Dempster, 123 up, 123 down.
At one point, he was the closer for the Cubs.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
1-2 the count to Seager. Just double checking. Mariners have not run against Texas first 2 games.
Probably left-handers on the mound had something to do with that.
Harrison.
And we'll see if that changes today. Harrison doesn't really have a good move to first, but he's quick to home.
Yep. 1-2 count. Out straight back. We're saying at the top, Mariners with 9 wins against Texas, 9-9, 5-3 here in Seattle. Minnesota has 8 wins against Texas. That season series done. Angels have 8. Texas and the Angels play 3 more times. Oakland has 6 wins against Texas, and they play 7 more times. One and two.
Well, it's interesting too. You look at Texas, and even 500 at the start of today's game in the division, 23-23. A little bit surprised by that. I think it goes to just how strong the division has been this year.
There you go.
How well the A's have played, and the Angels, of course. And then when you throw the Mariners in there, who have played an even 500 against the Rangers this year.
The Mariner record against the West, 21-26, a marked improvement from a year ago. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Seager. 1 out. Goody at first.
Big thing with the Rangers too is they've been a good road team. They're 7 games over 500 on the road, but they have been dominant at home. 47-27, 20 games over 500 at home this year.
2-2. Good at bat here by Seager. Get a full count to Seager, man at first. Just underway here at Safeco Field. Runner goes. Pitch swung on, set to center field. Craig Gentry. He was right there, and Goody will get back. 2 down.
Well, that'll bring up John Jaso. Jaso 277 on the year, 9 home runs. He'd like to hit one more home run, get into double digits.
That
a bunch of his teammates.
Give you an idea how the improvement for the Mariners works this year. Last year against the American League West, the ball club was 21-36. So right now, with games still to play, 21-26. That.
To win your division, the Rangers are showing that you don't necessarily have to beat up the guys in your division, but you have to play well. And the Rangers, again, 500 on the year. Taking advantage of the Central. Played well against the East. And they beat up the National League. 14-4 against the National League.
Popped up this way. Lefties kept Jaso on the bench, except for a pinch hitter opportunity or 2. Pinch hit on Wednesday. 2 for 4 in the homestand.
Making Dempster work here in the first inning. 20th pitch coming up.
Two to Jaso. Shade him towards left center. Pitch outside for ball 1.
Big gap at right center field for Jaso. Gentry, the center fielder, shading over towards the left. You can see him out there. It's a big gap in right center.
2-2. Still have October 3rd to reach. It'll be interesting to see how big that beard is for Mr. Jason. See it, it's really blossoming. Goody takes off, pitch, check swing. through Dempster. Andrus there throws out Jaso. 1-6-3 to retire John. Second inning coming up in a scoreless game. To join the U.S. Bank Mariners Kids Club with back-to-school membership special. Just $5, you're going to receive a T-shirt, a cap, members-only bag, and more. Plus, you're going to have the chance to win some great prizes like autographed baseballs, on-field experiences, and a Halloween party with the Mariner Moose. $5 Kids Club memberships can be purchased at mariners.com/Kids Club as we look at the Columbia River below the Priest Rapids Dam. Oregon State fan. Camo look on this very pleasant, cool Sunday. A little breeze, about 5 miles an hour. Wind out of the southwest. First pitch to Nelson Cruz off the plate for ball one. Cruz, 7 hits career against Vargas, 3 of them for home runs. Ryan, backhand, palm of his glove, strong throw, dug out, held on by Smoke. Nice play. Paul Nauert, first base umpire, making sure he saw the ball.
It's good play all the way around. Mariners again been strong defensively all year. Catches that right in the palm of his hand, gets rid of it quickly. And Justin Smoke has really had a good year on the defensive side of things. Helps him out with a quick pick, able to keep his foot on the bag. Cruz runs well.
Nice play. Here's Mike Napoli, DHing today. Defensively, as we look at our Banner Bank building to the future, Mariners defensively have been outstanding all season.
Rangers pretty good. Rangers right there. Won't really be happy with that, but the Mariners have just been the best all year long.
2-0 to Napoli. Get 3 of them. Minnesota first of 2 beats Detroit 10-4.
Yeah, so they'll be watching that game down in Los Angeles. The White Sox playing against the Angels this afternoon. They're in the 3rd inning, no score. White Sox half game up on the Tigers.
Rangers very much aware of the Oakland Athletics, who lead 5-4 at the Yankees right now, bottom of the 8th. Rangers battling back 3-2.
Boston able to hold off Baltimore. Baltimore in Boston. Boston beats them 2-1. The Orioles had the bases loaded in the 9th inning with a couple of outs and couldn't push a run across.
3-2 here to Napoli. And he's aboard with a walk. Nice walk in the ball game. Like he says, a strikeout. He got Michael Young in first.
course, the Rangers will be peeking at the scoreboard. They're in the 8th inning in New York with the A's. Oakland 4 games back of the Rangers. And Oakland is ahead 5-4 in the 8th inning.
The Rangers have a lot of games left with Oakland. Rangers go home to Texas, start a 4-game series, 3 night games and a day game. And then a week from tomorrow, they're in Oakland for 3 games. 2 night games and a day game to wrap up the season. There's David Murphy. The left fielder, 1 for 4 last night. Had a heck of a night on Friday. Went 3 for 4. 3 runs knocked in. Was a triple shy of the cycle.
And we're getting to it. Cincinnati has clinched the National League Central, so they're in. San Francisco Giants are in the West, the National League West. Atlanta still 5.5 back of Washington in the National League East.
Maybe some trouble. It is. Drops down for a base hit. Murphy drops one in front of Saunders for a hit. 2 on here with 1 out.
McDonald Supermo. You can see Jason. That's a fastball. Tries to throw it in on his hands. Good pitch on the inside corner, but Murphy inside out swing jammed him enough to where the ball didn't carry to the outfielders. That'll be a base hit. Seems like he's had a lot of hits against the Mariners this year.
No doubt. We bring up Giovanni Soto, another former Cub. Napoli did the catching last night till late in the ball game when Soto was inserted.
Napoli ended up going first. They had a pinch runner for Moreland, who started at first base.
One to count. Soto hit 199 with the Cubs. He's hitting 213 with the Rangers. Two and one. Tampa Bay hanging around in that American League East. 3-0 lead. End of 8. St. Pete pitch. Swing. 2-2.
Mariner pitching last night held the Rangers to an 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, not too many people can hang their hat on that one.
No, Blake Bevan. Good curveball last night. Was able to locate his fastball. Really pitched well.
Popped out. Going back Tranfeld. Thames calls him off. Wow.
That's a good idea because it looked like Tranfeld was struggling a little bit. He's drifting back. And I think Thames saw that he might be in trouble. Calls him off. He clearly calls him off. And you can see Tranfeld get out of the way. If he had been camped underneath it, I think Thames probably lets him take it. But when he was drifting back like that, he went to help him. Communication, have to have it.
Good aggressive play by Thames. Very aware. Ran a long way, too. 2 outs. Craig Gentry, the hitter, the center fielder. Got to play this entire series with Josh Hamilton back in Texas. Nasal problems, vision problems. Expected to be back available for tomorrow's season, make that series opener against Oakland back in Texas.
Gentry has played well as a fill-in, 306 overall. But he's hit lefties well this year, 351 average against left-handed pitching.
Vargas says Gentry 0-2. 2 men out. 2 men on. Vargas 2-2 career here at Safeco Field with a 4.50 ERA against these Rangers. 0-2. Pitcher's pitch there.
Yeah, good try. Gonna pop a fastball in on him, just off the plate inside.
Outside, 2-2. Ron Washington's club trying to hold off the Oakland Athletics, one of several surprise teams in baseball. Way inside, full count. Runners will be on the move. Murphy and Napoli. 3-2 pitch from Vargas. Down the line, that'll get foul.
Jason not giving in to him, threw him a changeup. Good pitch on the outside corner. There you go. This will be the 7th pitch of the at bat coming up.
There we go. Runners take off. 3-2 pitch. Fouled off again.
Almost an identical pitch. And there you go. 23 pitches in this inning for Jason. 34 pitches overall.
Play Gentry straight away in the outfield. Here's 3-2 again. Long run for Smoke and Thames. Oh, the fan! Oh, man.
That would have been a great catch by Thames. I mean, it looked like he was going to get there last minute.
Tough break.
Take a look. He's going to come flying into your screen, sliding, and then you'll see the hands come out and take that. He was there, too. Wow.
Oh, brother.
Then the ball ended up hitting him in the face on a deflection. Great effort by Thames. It's a shame we didn't get a chance to see that play finish up. If you'd have been able to make the catch or not, it would have been a great play. It looked like his glove was in position to make the catch.
That's 2 long runs he's made this half inning. And with great speed. 3-2. That's out play. Well, now you really hope that Vargas gets a strikeout. Not a base hit or something like that.
Well,
I mean,
that's right.
I mean, he was right there.
Again, we don't know if Thames would have come up with it. It would have been nice to see if he'd have made the play. 1, it would have been a great catch, but 2, it would have gotten Vargas off the field without giving up a run, and he wouldn't have had to throw any more pitches in an inning where he's had to throw a bunch of pitches already. Good play.
There we go.
All right.
No harm done. Vargas. Fine effort. 2nd inning for the Mariners. It'll be Smoke, Thames, and Jimenez. Day afternoon action for the Mariners here at home. Mariners regular season is going to wrap up with the U.S. Bank Mariners matinee. That's Wednesday, October 3rd, 3:40 start time against the Angels. Spend your afternoon here at the ballpark. Catch a good old game of baseball and get your last look at the blue skies and green grass of Safeco Field until next spring. Get your tickets for October 3rd's 3:40 matinee. Go to mariners.com. First pitch to Smoke up high. Ryan Dempster, Smoke at 210, 16 home runs and 45 runs batted in. And swing the bat pretty well. 9 for 21 on this homestand.
Hitting .353 in the month of September, played in 16 games. The things we were commenting on about Smoke last night, and really over the last week and a half, we've noticed he's been much more aggressive in counts. You can see what he's done in the series, 5 for 7 in the series. Good cut fastball in on his hands.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Smoke to be followed by Thames and Jimenez. Striking out. Second strikeout for Dempster. 1 out here in the Mariners' second.
I'll bring up Eric Thames. Eric, .235 with 8 home runs.
Said his struggles coming down the stretch, swinging the bat. Looking to finish strong now.
Looks like at times he's been in between, struggling with the breaking ball, and he's been late on the fastball. His reputation is to be a good fastball hitter, but sometimes you get out of sync, and that's kind of the way he's been.
That is a foul ball. Boy, that was a double written all over. 0-2.
He jumps on this fastball. As you can see, it goes down, and it's just foul. Michael Young, the first baseman today for the Rangers. Moreland getting the day off.
0-2 pitch.
.30 pitches. It's a good ratio. 20 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Dempster. He's got 3 in the afternoon.
Take a look at this last pitch. This is the changeup. Eric's out in front of it after a couple of fastballs.
Such a great pitch when you get it working down in the zone.
Yeah, when you throw it in that location. As a hitter, it looks like a fastball, and it's so hard to lay off of that pitch in that area. Pitchers with good ones that can locate it the way that Dempster just did usually have a lot of success at this level.
Here's Luis Jimenez, 1 for 13 since his call-up. Second game in a row. Got a chance to start. 1 0 for 3 last night. A strikeout, a ground out to first, and a ground out to short. Love to see him get a hold of one after watching what he does in BP. Of course, bottom line, it's batting practice, but he's going third deck here with regularity during BP.
Let's see if he can get out in front of a fastball here. 2-0 count. Change up. Tried to.
Big league hit against Oakland earlier this month. 2-1 pitch. Strike 2. Loki's bat. Fly ball center field to Craig Gentry. Easy inning for Dempster. Strikes out 2, gets a weak pop up. 2 complete. No score at Safeco Field. go. Check out our AT&T trivia question for today. Who's the last pitcher not named Felix to lead the Mariners in wins for a season? Vargas, Washburn, Moyer, Batista. You know what? I mean, I'll take it. I don't know, but I'm going to take a chance on Miguel Batista.
Well, a couple of years ago, he won 16 games.
Exactly right. I think it was 07 or 08.
Something like that, yeah. I'm in with you. I'll go with Batista.
There we go. And Kinsler, top of the order. Led off the ball game. 2-2 pitch, fly to center. Rangers have lost 2 games here in Seattle, but the A's have lost 2 games in New York, so Texas has not lost ground since coming to town. And right now, bottom 9, Oakland 5-4 over the Yankees. 3-1 count here to Kinsler. Pretty well hit. Deep left center field. That's going to get down. Roll to the fence. Kinsler easing into second with his 41st double. Their early returns here. They're going with Moyer. See what happens. And bring up Elvis Andrus. Don't forget, he is a good bunter.
Well, Seager's even with the bag at third. He's actually a step or so in front of it now.
Kinsler at second, his 41st double. Moves them into a tie with Robinson Cano, third place. Alex Gordon leads the league with 49. There's a bunt, a good one.
I think that's one of the ones where it is a sacrifice bunt, but it looked to me like he was trying to bunt for a hit. Wanted to push it out towards second, see if he could beat it out.
Give yourself a chance.
Yeah. In worst case, it's a productive out by moving him up another 90 feet. But you can see how hard he pushed that ball. Went right to Justin Smoke. They would put the tag on him.
15 sacrifices on the season for Andrus.
Mariners bring their infield up. Try to take the runner.
Michael Young struck out his first time.
Managers typically early in the game, they don't like to bring their infield in because they want to stay away from big innings.
Right.
But with the struggles the Mariners have had in this series scoring runs, really on this homestand, they're going to do it. Great play.
Yes, it was. Holtz. Kinsler throws out Young. Beauty. 2 down.
When you bring your infield up, you cut down the range, but a step and a dive for Kyle Seager to keep the ball on the infield. Take that base hit and an RBI away from Michael Young. Good job looking the runner back. Strong throw across the diamonds to bring the infield up, save the Mariners a run at least for one more hitter. Good play.
There's Beltre, fouled out to Smoke. Runner at third. Just getting him over there with his 15th sacrifice bunt. Leads the league in that category. Beltre missed Friday's game, played last night. Stomach area checked out. 1 for 4 last night. Vargas has him 0-2 here right now.
They're saying he had some scar tissue from a previous surgery.
From the appendectomy a few years ago and started backing things up. So he did a multitude of specialists. MRIs. What did he say? He had X-rays. He had, you name it. He went right down. It was a long list of tests he had. Everything's good. Ball 2 strikes to Beltre. Vargas here at home, a 5-4 record, a 2.62 ERA. 1-2. Bouncing ball to Trienfeld. Throws out Beltre. Nicely done by Vargas and the Mariners. They get out of some potential trouble here in the top of the third. Zeros on the board here at Safeco.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Beautiful day here at Safeco Field in Seattle, Washington. Rangers and the Mariners wrapping up their season series and this weekend set. Mariners won the first two games. Carlos Trienfeld leading off, looks at strike one. Trienfeld, Ryan, and Saunders here in the third. Carlos showing a great arm 2 nights ago when he was at shortstop. Off the mask, Giovanni Soto.
McDonald's Supermo, a four-seam fastball, foul it straight back in. There you go. Good morning.
Ooh.
It'll be interesting to watch here this last week and a half. Looks like a good athlete, only 22 years old. So far, 2 for 8.
Love his arm. Who doesn't?
It looks like he can run.
Yeah.
See him maybe try to steal a base.
Oh, 2 strikes.
I'll let you know. We tried to get him out with a little breaking ball down and away. And he reached out there and fouled it off. So that's just trying to open up the outer half of the plate again.
Veteran move.
Veteran move.
Ball and 2 strikes. Left field coming on Murphy. 1 down. Here's Jen Mueller.
Well, today in the Bronx, guys, the Yankees trying to complete the series sweep against the A's, but Oakland has other ideas. The game is tied at 4 in the 6th inning. Cliff Pennington rips a single through the left side. Josh Donaldson sprints for the plate, gets there just ahead of Ichiro's throw. That game just getting to be a final moments ago. The A's win 5-4. That ends the Yankees' 7-game winning streak, and Dave helps them keep their spots in the wild card standings.
Sure enough, the Yankees don't lose any ground. Thank you, Janice. Baltimore loses 2-1 to Boston. Oakland with the victory. Texas won't be thrilled with that.
No, 3.5 back now. You mentioned they get to play each other 7 more times.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
You know it. Starting tomorrow, big 4-game set in Texas.
You can't help but notice, I think, and largely because the Rangers have so many right-handed hitters and good ones. You have Cruz in there, Beltre having a phenomenal year for him. But the presence of Hamilton in the middle of their lineup and not having him, even through some of his struggles in the second half, it just changes everything for him.
True enough. 1-2 here. Brendan Ryan, the Rangers against Oakland on the season series, 6-6, 4-2 in Texas, 2-4 in Oakland. Look out. Next weekend, the Rangers play the Angels. They're 8-8 against the Angels, 4-3 in Texas. Ryan had seen a lot of Dempster when they were both in the National League. Ryan 3 for 15. Brendan Ryan against Ryan Dempster, 3 for 15. Soto wanted that one.
Looks like a pretty good pitch. There you go on the tracer. Off speed pitch right on the outside corner.
A lot of pitches, a lot of foul balls by the Mariners today. Same with the Rangers. Two and two. Oh, Tim out. That's 4 Ks. Dempster, 2 down here in the third.
And for Dempster, we talked about it. He's not overpowering. Will change speeds. This is a good slider off the outside corner. Brendan trying to reach, can't get to it. He's somebody that you would think would cause some problems for a young club. And a veteran guy that won't give in to hitters. You can see him there with the split grip.
Swing and a miss by Michael Saunders. Struck out on a 2-2 pitch. First time around. Doubling up, huh? He's impressive.
Yeah, good split.
Saunders got a high breaking ball, rode it out last night. Second inning, only run of the game. Breaks his bat here. That should get down and does. Base hit. We'll take it.
Yeah, and that's the difference. He comes right back with the same pitch. It looked like another off-speed pitch at 82 miles an hour. The first two at the bottom of the strike zone. This pitch in an 0-2 count is elevated right about belt high. So even though the speed is the same as the previous 2 pitches, a little bit easier for Michael to get to that. Hits it off the end of the bat and ends up with a base hit.
Cruz will get it back in. Both teams now have 2 hits. Goody got the first. He's going to swing right now. Murphy, second inning single, third inning double by Kinsler. The Texas base hits.
When you're talking about the Mariners not stealing in this series, see if they try it now with 2 outs.
CenturyLink bringing you the high-speed pitch. Dempster at 92, 90 for Vargas. Dempster trying to pick off another British Columbia native, Michael Saunders. Saunders out of Victoria. Dempster out of Gibson, BC. One to Goody. Gibson's northwest of Vancouver. It's called the Sunshine Coast. Got an 0-1 pitch here. One hop, Andrus. Short way, inning done. 3 complete here at Safeco. Pitchers on top of their game, Vargas and Dempster.
brought to you by Northern Quest Casino, Spokane's newest destination resort. And by Pizza Hut. Say goodbye to boring with the Pizzolo. 2 for $5, only at Pizza Hut. Make it great. And by Ford. We are local. You see the Columbia River there, the Vernita Bridge, about 45 miles upstream from Tri-Cities. And Dave, I know that we are officially into fall, but the nice weather is hanging around, and I am not complaining.
No, nor am I. I don't think anybody else is. 60 degrees as we hit first pitch at 1:10 today here at Safeco Field. Good-looking day as Nelson Cruz looks at strike one. Cruz, Napoli, and Murphy here in the fourth. Vargas has struck out one, walked one, giving up 2 hits. There he gets ahead of Cruz, 0-2. Cruz thrown out at the plate last night in a very important play. That was in the 4th inning. Nice relay from Wells to Seager to Montero to cut him down to the 3rd out in the 4th inning. Trying to score from first. Ball hit into the right field corner. Cruz figured he was just going to go first to third. Much to his surprise, Dave Anderson, the third base coach, was waving him on. Tried to regain full speed, and he was out by, what, 10, 15 feet?
It was a pretty good margin. And fortunately, Kyle Seager, who had been playing second base, didn't take it for granted and was able to finish the relay. He expected a play at home and was able to finish it through a strike to Montero. It was an easy tag for him.
Two and two. Vargas overall against the Texas Rangers 4-5 with a 4.70 ERA. 1-1 this year, 5.21 ERA. Swing and a miss. Tag applied by Jason. Second strikeout for Vargas, one out here in the 4th.
It's just like another good changeup from Jason. He's actually thrown quite a few fastballs, but this is a changeup down out of the strike zone. 2 strikes, Cruz can't lay off of it. I'm talking about last night, Blake Bevan. At one point, he was just about 50% on his fastball, the rest off speed pitches. Vargas so far in this one is in between 65 and 70% fastballs. In fact, I'm not even sure that he's thrown a breaking ball yet. I think it's just been fastball, cutter, changeup today for Vargas.
Foul ball. Pitch up in the eyes of Napoli. Oh, my goodness. Explain that one to the wife and the employer.
I guess if he's going to sit there and yell at the players to dive for it, he figures he may as well too.
You see, Doc, I was at the ball game.
There was a $6 ball rolling around on the concrete, and I decided to go for it.
Face first.
Oh, boy.
Well hit. Deep left field. Napoli rides one out of here. 4th home run in his career against Jason Vargas. And the Rangers have a 1-0 lead. That's Napoli's 20th home run, his 46th RBI. He's got 11 hits against Vargas. 4 are home runs.
This is an off-speed pitch. That's the changeup, 82 miles an hour. Jason likes to throw that pitch down below the strike zone. That one about mid-thigh. Napoli lines it into the Mariners' bullpen.
Two 2-1 pitch. Boy, did he turn that thing around.
So all the offense last night came off the bat of Michael Saunders, a solo home run, and now the Rangers up 1-0 on a solo home run. There's a breaking ball.
2-0. 34th home run given up by Vargas.
We were talking about it earlier with Dempster and his split and changeup that he throws. Jason obviously throws a lot of changeups. It's a great pitch, but
don't miss.
Yeah, you just don't want to elevate it. To elevate it, a little bit easier for the hitters to recognize.
Coming into today's action, Irvin Santana on top of the American League had given up the most home runs at 36. Phil Hughes at 34. Now Vargas at 34. 3-1. No play for Saunders. Payoff to Murphy. Down low, he's aboard. Second walk. Issued by Vargas. Strikeout, a home run, and a walk here in the fourth. Coming up next week on Root Sports, it's the high school football game of the week. Next Thursday, catch the Kent Lake Falcons take on the Auburn Trojans at 7 p.m. Don't miss your favorite local teams in action every Thursday this fall on Root Sports. Giovanni Soto, ball one. Here's the 1-0. Two ball, no strikes to Giovanni Soto. One out, one on, a run in. Greg Gentry's the on deck hitter.
Jason keep the ball down and away from him. You can get him to hit it on the ground, get a double play, and get off the field. 70th pitch coming up for Vargas. Talked about it every time you face the Rangers to work your way through their lineup. Even without Hamilton, you usually see the starters have to throw a lot of pitches to get through their innings.
Mariners profile not as gaudy as Texas. Eric Wedge said the numbers are the numbers, but they are getting better. Mariners last in batting average, runs, and hits. That's off the plate. The Rangers, meanwhile, number one in batting average, runs, and hits, second in doubles, fourth in homers. Three-one pitch to Soto. Backing up Saunders, looking into the sun, going to make a leap. No, gone. Two-run homer. And Soto sounded like he was very displeased. And he sounded like he was pretty upset with himself, and he winds up getting a two-run homer. And apologize for those words, but competitive nature of baseball being what it is. 3-0. Texas Rangers. Carl Willis coming out for a quick chat.
Well, this is a fastball, top of the strike zone again. We've seen two pitches hit out of the ballpark, both of them elevated. That one, I think he thought he got in on him just a little bit. Thought he missed it. Saunders climbs the wall, hoping to have a chance at it, but it's just too far back into the bullpen. And for Soto, his 5th home run as a Texas Ranger.
Sounded pretty displeased with himself, but he likes the result now.
Yeah, you could see his reaction too when he threw his bat down. It looked like that pitch was in on his hands just a little bit. Obviously not far enough.
There's Craig Gentry. Pops up the bunt.
Yeah, I'm sure. By the time he reached first base, he was apologizing to the baseball gods on that one.
Couple of home runs here by the Rangers. 3-0 lead. Gives them 188 home runs on the season. Yankees #1 in home runs starting today, followed by Chicago and Baltimore, then Texas.
Well, we'll hope now as the Mariners going to work their way through the lineup for a second time against Dempster. See if they can make some adjustments to him as the Rangers have to Vargas. And Jason having to throw a lot of pitches to work through these 4 innings. Still just 1 out here in the 4th.
Strikeout, solo home run, walk, 2-run home. Seager scoops it up. Throws out the quick Gentry. 2 outs. Inning the 3rd time around. Here comes Ian Kinsler, the leadoff man. Fly to center, double to left. With family in tow. Ball 1 to Kinsler. Mariners with 2 hits, a Goody single in the 1st, a Saunders single in the 3rd. That's it. Dempster's not walked anybody, struck out 4. Mayan had him played just right. Throws out Kinsler to end the top of the 4th. Damage aplenty. Home run by Napoli, a solo shot, and a 2-run bomb by Soto. 3-0 Rangers. Muscles, couple of home runs, top half of this inning. Let's revisit our trivia question brought to you by AT&T. Last pitcher not named Felix to lead the Mariners in wins for a season. Mike and I both went with Miguel Batista. Fans went with Jamie Moyer. Survey says Mr. Batista with 16. Got one right. Vargas with 14 this year. Felix with 13 and Bevan with 10.
Yeah, for blows Moyer in 2005. Seemed like Batista picked up a bunch of those wins in relief too.
Yeah, I think early part, and then he threw him in a rotation.
Right.
And he got picked up by Atlanta. He's with the Mets earlier this year. He's with the Braves now, so he's looking at postseason. Braves beat the Phillies 2-1 this afternoon. See if Kyle Seager can get something started here for the Mariners.
Well, you'd hope the Mariners make some adjustments after seeing Dempster. He's gone through the lineup one time. This is the 2nd time through the lineup for the Mariners. Popped up over by the dugout of the Rangers.
Soto measuring. Got room, stayed with
Good
it.
play.
Sure was. 1 out.
It's always difficult for a catcher. He has to run over there with all the gear on, and the glove's not made for pop-ups. Knows he's getting close to the fence. Good concentration and makes the play.
Bring up John Jaso.
Dan Wilson was always really good at that play.
Tell you what,
he could run. He could go away and maybe catch. I'm sure some people have seen some of the sliding catches before they had these railings in front. He used to just go down into the dugout. He went down there a number of times. He was really good at it.
And you know from playing there how great an asset that is when you're playing in all that room.
Yeah, when you get close to those dugouts too, sometimes if you're going full speed, you could hurt yourself getting down in there. Was it Lori we saw going to Camberwell this year, right?
Oh, at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
2 strikes. Jason ran out the shortest first time. Just 2 hits today against Ryan Dempster. Gutierrez in the first, Saunders in the third. Couple singles. With the fastball, struck him out. 2 outs. That is strikeout number 5 from Ryan Dempster.
And after some off-speed pitches, this is the best fastball we've seen from Dempster. 92 miles an hour. Outside corner.
It's a lot faster given all those off-speed.
Yeah, it speeds up on you, that's for sure.
Smoke struck out first time in a 2-2 pitch. Up there.
Tigers half game out of Chicago in the Central. And the Tigers end up losing, but they're a little bit happier now. Angels up on Chicago in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 4-0 there.
Yeah, Weaver and Floyd were locked up in a shutout through 5 in that game. Miguel Cabrera last night, he took charge of the Triple Crown categories. 42nd home run, 131st RBI, batting average at .332. This afternoon he got 1 hit, no home runs. Day-night doubleheader. Minnesota beat Detroit 10-4. 3-1 to Smoke. And he's aboard. First walk issue. 35-year-old right-hander Ryan Dempster. Hey kids, while the Mariners play in the Safeco Field Diamond, you're invited to play in the area made just for you, the Seattle Children's Playfield. It's located on the main concourse in center field. While you are there, pay a visit to the Moose Den. Get your photo taken with none other than the Mariner Moose. Saw working a crowd here earlier. Great job he does. There's a crew. Hey, you should be reffing a game today, pal. Based on what the guys in the NFL are saying. Get back to work. If Eric Thames can get something going, he struck out on a 1-2 pitch. Thames 1 for 6 on the homestand. And a home run against Baltimore last week, 6 days ago. One pitch. In there for strike. Amy Trask with the red and white cap there was the itchy meter lady. She
it used to be easy on her. She could show up with just the one sign every day.
That's right. Got to come prepared now.
We saw one for Casper the other day and Saunders.
Two balls, 2 strikes here to Thames. Struck him out. Tag applied to Soto. Mariners are done in the 4th. Ranger power, a couple of home runs in the top of the fourth. A solo blast by Nepli, 2-run shot. Soto, 3-0 Rangers. Ball, top of the fourth. Napoli going deep, and Soto with a 2-run shot. Jason Vargas face Andrus, Young, and Beltre here in the fifth.
Jason could certainly use a quick inning, and he's thrown 78 pitches to get through 4. He's down 3-0, and the Mariners still haven't been able to figure out Dempster. He had a runner in scoring position through the first 4 innings. So Vargas, I don't think he can afford to let any more runners on base at this point.
Mariners 3 base runners, 2 singles, and a walk.
This will be the Rangers' 3rd time through the lineup.
Rangers with the sacrifice last time up. First time reached on a throwing error by Brendan Ryan. 2-1 pitch. Up the middle. Base hit. Here's Jen Mueller.
You guys already updated the wild card standings. How about some highlights? The Orioles are in the mix there, as you mentioned earlier. Today they're at Fenway taking on the Red Sox. Felix Dobrown on the hill for Boston. 11 strikeouts over 7 innings, and he allows just 1 run. Baltimore rallies in the 9th. Boy, have we seen that one before. The O's load the bases, but Andrew Bailey gets Ryan Flaherty. The Red Sox win this one 2-1, snapping the O's 6-game winning streak. Dave?
All right, Jen, thank you. 3 consecutive weeks. The Yankees and Baltimore have been within a game of each other. That season series is done. That was a smash off the bat of Michael Young. Andrus, the 3rd, gets there easily. The hitting streak for Mr. Young extended now to 12 games.
Ball is hit hard, too. Pitch in the middle of the plate. 88-mile-an-hour fastball. See, go by Jason into center field. Andrus can really run, can't he? It looked like Franklin maybe would have a chance to cut him down at 3rd, but Franklin decided just to get it back in. He would not have been able to get him.
It's a dangerous at bat right here. Beltre 0 for 2. Nobody out, 2 on. Beltre 1 for 17 career. It's Carter Caps. Gets ready. Count 0-2 to Adrian. Again, no Josh Hamilton back in Texas. Nasal and vision problems, but he is expected to play tomorrow. 0-2 to Beltre. Popped up. Taking a look. Jaso makes the play. That's huge. 1 out. Beltre has fouled out twice today. 3 for 3. 1 out. Bring up Nelson Cruz. Ryan on a fine play, threw him out in the second. Vargas struck him out in the fourth.
For Jason, get a double play ball now and get off the field. Rangers 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Good series for Cruz, 3 for 10.
Ball 1. Miss. 1-2. Texas started today. Run differential plus 117. One-two. Pulls an outside pitch, hit it hard. And they turn it into 2. Boy, just with the deck you're ordered. The 2-1 threat dies. Now if the Mariner offense can get cooking here. Of this 2012 season between these two American League West rivals. Take a look at the Mariner calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Day off tomorrow, travel day, easy flight down to Anaheim. 3 games with the Angels, then up to Oakland, wrap up that portion of the series, and then come back for the final 3 games of the season here against the Angels, first 3 days of October. Minutes. Fouls went off. He made an interesting observation after when we were in a break after his first at-bat.
Well, just watching him so far, we're watching him in BP, and we've been talking about how he's hitting the ball up there by the cafe and in the upper deck, but that's the first aggressive swing I've seen him take. Seemed like he's just feeling for it. Typical, when guys just get called up, trying to put the ball in play somewhere. Let the big man turn it loose a few times, and I was happy to see that first swing that he fouled back, a little more aggressive with it.
Sure, that one was 1-2.
Well, that's why he's up there.
Yes, sir. Believe me, he's not dropping anything down to third, that's for sure.
Well, I just hate to see him take pitches
right.
and get jammed the way that he has. Just let it go. See what happens. Really, I just want to see how far he can hit it.
So do I. He's down there oohing and eyeing it when he first came up earlier this year.
It's on the show.
Strike 3 call. Punched out. Erwin Danley says you're done. It's 7 strikeouts for Dempster. Here we are in the 5th inning.
Just a good fastball on the outside corner. Paints it on him.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Good job of Soto to hold it there. Probably just a little bit off the outside corner, but Soto able to get the strike call for Dempster.
Tranfeld swings and misses. Wide out to left field his first time up. 2 hits today for the Mariners. Goody in the first, Saunders in the third. 1 walk by Dempster. Walk smoke with 2 outs in the fourth. He's got 7 Ks. Since coming over to the Rangers, back-to-back games with 8 strikeouts in early August. Angels 4-1 now, top of the 7th against the White Sox. Milwaukee won another game today, 6-2 over Washington. Making a late bid for wild card action. 1-2. Has some highlights coming up a little later. Strike 3 call.
Another fastball on the outside corner.
Changes his pattern, huh?
Yeah, well, he's throwing him off speed pitches early. When he gets ahead, he's trying to pop that fastball out there, and he has great command of it today.
3 consecutive strikeouts, 8 total.
Bautista Soto again set up on the outside corner.
In fact, that's 4 strikeouts in the last 5 men that he's faced. A total of 8, season high as a Ranger. Here's Ryan. Dempster struck out 10 against Washington back in early April. Good use of the fastball, 1-1. There we go, base hit. 3rd hit today for the Mariners. Brendan Ryan is aboard.
Solid base hit on a fastball in the middle of the plate and is down in the zone. Brendan Ryan just drops the barrel of the bat to it. Right off the barrel. Solid line drive, base hit in the left field. We have Michael Saunders. Saunders with a base hit his last time. With that coming in the 3rd inning. 2-out single to right field.
Another base hit. It eludes Andrus. Going to third. Oh, this doesn't look good. Luckily for Ryan, the throw was way offline. He had a chance. Beltre pounding his glove there. Saunders comes up with a base hit, his 2nd of the ball game. There's 2 outs in business here.
Hits this ball hard in the left field. His first base hit going into right field. This is a running fastball. And he hits the other way. Right, with 2 outs, I'm not sure if Brennan needed to take a chance down 3-0, but he ends up getting into 3rd. Murphy's throw was offline.
Mariners chipping away here.
Franklin Gutierrez 1 for 2, had a base hit in the first inning, grounded out to short his last time up. Mariners have their first base runner in scoring position this afternoon.
First crowd of the weekend, 19,024 on hand here. In fact, best crowd on the homestand. Stands at 2 and 3 right now. Gutierrez representing the tying run. 2 outs, 2 on. Way upstairs, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swing on this. Change speeds on it.
Saunders at first, big hole on the right side of the infield. See if Franklin let the ball travel, get in the hitting area, and try to hit it the other way. See Kinsler playing up the middle, the second baseman.
1-1 count. Not seen that play work this year. I think we saw it work twice last year.
Well, he didn't really sell it right there either, did he? More times than not, when the catcher puts that play on, it comes from the dugout, and pitchers typically are less than thrilled with it.
Yeah. Really, Skip?
They just want to get after it.
1-1. Outside. 2-1.
All 3 pitches have been away from Franklin Gutierrez.
He's got some room over Kinsler's head, doesn't he?
Yeah, even in that hole on the right side where Saunders is at, 55 hopper would work its way through there, pick up a run.
Two-one pitch to Goody.
Tried to go that way.
Sure did.
Another fastball. It's probably middle away and down. .87 pitches for Dempster, so his pitch count getting up on him. Mariners a couple of innings have had to make him work hard. Don't have anything to show for it yet.
Time called. Goody with 4 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Got Ryan at third, Saunders at first. 2 outs and a 2-2 count. Off the plate. Full count. Kyle Seager's on deck. Boy, the wheels are turning here. A long at bat, Dempster.
Every pitch he's walking behind the mound.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what he wants to do.
Well, here's a payout, 3-2 to Goody. Wow, he just got a piece. Pulled on that one.
3-2 slider. That pitch well off the plate. Take a look. The swing as he reaches out, just getting a piece of it. Not much of a swing.
Three-two pitch. Left field, backing up Murphy's got room, makes the catch, thread over. 2 men left. Made a run at it. Still 3-0 Texas.
Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by ANA, Japan's leading airline. Now operating a daily flight to Tokyo. Visit fly-ana.com. And by your Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Our trip downstream on the Columbia River continues at the Hanford Reach National Monument and the White Bluffs. And Dave, every time I see pictures like this, it reminds me I need to find friends with vacation homes and boats.
Barely a ripple in that water.
Really?
It's great.
Send out a couple of tweets, you'll be good. 3-0 Rangers. This guy got him started. 1 out home run on a 2-1 pitch in the 4th inning. Mike Napoli, his 20th home run, his 46th RBI. It was back in the 4th inning. And then after a walk to Murphy, Giovanni Soto, angry with himself upon contact with the baseball, threw his bat down in disgust and ended up with a 2-run homer. One of the more unusual reacts to a ball that leaves the yard.
I haven't seen it often. I saw it a couple of times when I was playing in Colorado, just because it pulls in. A little bit different now that they have the humidor there.
But yeah, it was stupid then, right?
Yeah.
It was like hitting a Super Bowl sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Guy hit it off right off the label. And
I saw Raul Mondesi break his bat and hit a home run there.
And he was very strong.
He was very strong, yeah. But still.
Yeah, really. That was fun. The first trip, it was 4 years ago. We went to Colorado. We visited the humidor.
Yeah, we had a chance to go inside and look at it. Yeah.
Boy, they had a miserable year. Colorado.
Yes.
2-2. That's through the hole. Napoli hooks one into left field for a base hit. He's got 2 for 2 day working with an RBI.
Well, I'm not sure how much longer Jason Vargas is going to be in this one after giving up a base hit to Napoli. Reaches out and finds a hole on the left side of the infield. But for Jason, 96 pitches now in the game. Carter Capps up throwing again in the bullpen. Left-hand hitter Murphy may be his last hitter of the afternoon.
Murphy with a base hit, a walk, and a run scored. Strike one. Vargas has struck out 2, walked 2, giving up 3 runs on 7 hits.
Watching Carter fire away down in the bullpen. I guess if you want to break in a catcher's glove, just give it to Jason Phillips and tell him to go catch Carter for a couple of days.
No lie. Trienfeld. Heck of a throw. Look at this double play. Oh, they just missed him.
That's a good play by Trienfeld. He spun around quickly, had something on the throw to Brendan Ryan. Murphy runs well, but still a ball going. You can see him going to his left, spin, fire, hits him right in the chest with it. Good play all the way around. Murphy, good speed, able to beat it out.
I'm trying to remember. I know Robinson Cano's got a good arm. I don't know if he's got an arm that good. That's a heck of a relay right there. And I mean, to get that thing started, we had to go towards the line and then reverse. This is a good looking play.
Ball be hit to his left. Normally just trying to get the lead runner. Brendan Ryan never gives up on a play. He always tries to turn it.
Ball was right where Ryan wanted it.
Yeah.
Want to notice Soto homered on a 3-1 pitch last time. Here's the 1-1. That is a foul ball.
Really the key to it, especially up here, is you talk to shortstop or a really good second baseman. You mentioned Cano. And you practice and you try to hit him in the chest with everything, but what they really want is those guys just want you to get the ball to him as quickly as possible. If it's offline or down or whatever, if they have to make an adjustment, they would rather have to do that than wait for the ball to get to them. They want to get it as quickly as possible, and then they're so good with their feet and their hands that they'll make the adjustments that are needed.
And generally, you're going to have outstanding athletes playing at second and short. If you had to tell them to go take a dance class, they'd probably excel at it, you know?
Better.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Soto's gone. 2 outs. 3rd strikeout for Vargas.
Good fastball, top of the strike zone. Soto can't catch up to this one. Get a fastball out earlier for a 2-run. I've always admired second basemen that can hang in there on the double play because they have their back to the runner.
I'm in total admiration.
Knowing that runner is trying to take him out to left field, and you can't see him.
That is a unique skill set.
There's a certain amount of courage that goes into being able to do that. Yeah.
I mean, just like catchers have to. You saw Raul Ibanez yesterday run over the Oakland catcher in the game. I mean, he came in, he was motoring. The ball's hit. Might be enough, and it's going to drop right in the old triangle there as Murphy gets the 3rd. Craig Gentry with his first hit today.
Vargas now at 103 pitches. Looks like Eric may let him work his way out of this one.
Visit the official online shop of the Seattle Mariners at mariners.com. Browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear, including official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. So get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the mariners.com shop. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, top of the order, and Kinsley. Vargas trying to just keep it right here at 3-0. Now back by Kinsler is 1 for 2, double to left. 3rd inning. Runner goes. And he's in safely, no throw. Gentry with his stolen bases 13th.
Murphy runs well at third. I don't think he had any intentions of trying to throw the ball down to second. Easy steal for Gentry. Again, I don't think Jaso was trying to throw him out. Wouldn't have been able to. It was a good jump.
Going back, Trienfeld. Coming in is Thames. He's there. And that'll do it. So the Rangers leave a couple of men on board. Mariners down 3-0.
Nothing on the Mariners. Hello, everyone. I'm Jen Bueller at the Ford Sports Desk. The guys mentioned the score of the Brewers Nationals game earlier in the game. How about the highlights to go with it? They're tied at 2 in the 7th. Bases loaded. Jonathan LaCroix grounds to Ian Desmond. His flip to second is just wide. Corey Hart is safe. Ryan Braun scores. The Brewers get 3 runs in the inning. They go on to win 6-2. So, Dave, here's a look at what your National League wildcard standings look like there. The Brewers making a charge.
They have been outstanding the last few weeks. To draw, I mean, they jumped over about 4 teams. Chipper Jones, who headed to the Hall of Fame in about 5 years, had seen this comment. Not in love with the new format. I like it. I know you do. You're on record. We told Commissioner Seelig that. We saw him in Minnesota. Seager to right field. Towards the line is Cruz. No play.
No, I like it. I think we'll really find out. We'll get down to the 1-game playoffs, and I think it'll be fun to watch. I know I'll watch those games.
Yeah, here's the Curtis makes a great point. In the National League, and we've talked about this before. These races now, I mean, you're basically handing everything to the NFL on a platter if you don't have this wild card situation where you're keeping all these other teams. The Braves have such a big lead in the wild card chase. Jensen throws out Seager.
Right.
I like it. I think it's a good call.
Well, looking at home runs that were hit today, I thought it was interesting. Adam Moore.
Good for him.
Hit a home run for Kansas City today, so good to see him healthy and back playing in the big leagues and having some success.
Well, he had a moment. The team didn't. They lost 15-4 to Cleveland. Good for Adam.
Yeah. Well, maybe he could make that club as a backup catcher next year.
Why not? Who's the kid? The catcher, Perez.
Yes, Perez.
He's nice. Good-looking player.
He can hit.
1-0 to Jason. Ran out to short. And strikeout. 0-1. Mariners with 4 hits. Goody in the first, Saunders in the third, 2 hits in the fifth. Saunders and Ryan, they had runners at the corners, couldn't score. First strike, 1-2. Bottom 8, Angels 4-1 over the White Sox in Anaheim. Play.
Dempster now at 97 pitches. His high with the Rangers since being traded over is 111. So they may let him go another inning. Typically the Rangers let their pitchers, I think, pitch a little bit deeper than most. They want them to.
Tell you what, a lot of veteran savvy here. Ryan Dempster. Started out a lot of breaking balls, off-speed pitches. Now the middle portion of the game's gone to the fastball. Spotted it well. Struck out 8. On a full count here to Jaso, 1 out. Smoke on deck.
You'll see that from the veteran guys that go through the lineup the first time. They give you something to think about the second time. Maybe save a pitch if they get into trouble.
Left field for Murphy. Off-speed pitch. 2 outs. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. 6th inning, 2 outs, nobody on for the Mariners, and Justin Smoke.
Justin 0 for 1. Worked a walk his last time up. Yeah, it's really having a good September. It's good to see.
Strike 1. Carter Caps, Bruce, be ready.
Not a good changeup.
It was 0-2. Ground ball to Kinsler. Oh, that was big time pitching by Dempster in the 6th against the 3-4-5 hitters of the Mariners. 7th inning coming up. It's all Rangers 3-0. Carter Caps, new pitcher for the Mariners.
Rangers up 3-0 here here in the game. And you know what? After just one day of Big Sky coverage on Root Sports, we can tell we are in for a big season. I mean, just take this for example. In the debut game yesterday, Northern Arizona facing Montana. First play from scrimmage, Northern Arizona's Zach Bowman goes 75 yards for a touchdown. That was part of a 253-yard effort for Bowman. And on Montana's first play for scrimmage, Trent McKinney hits Ellis Henderson for a big game. Just 2 plays on that game, and the teams combined for 120 yards of offense. Northern Arizona went on to knock off Montana 41-31 the final. Our Big Sky coverage continues next week. It is a football doubleheader on Saturday presented by your local Ford store. The action kicks off with Montana State and Southern Utah at 12:30. That is my assignment for next week, Dave. My first look at both those schools, my first trip to Southern Utah.
All right, Jen, enjoy and safe travels. As we play here now, top of the 7th with Carter Capps throwing for the Mariners. Strike one to Ellis Andrus.
Numbers for Capps, a 3.93 ERA. This will be his 14th appearance on the year. 21 strikeouts in 18 and a third innings. Good number for him. Opponent's average 292. Like what Eric Wedge, Carl Willis, Jamie Navarro have been doing with this young man. They're trying to get him to pitch a couple innings every time he comes out there. Give him a chance to work on his slider, his off-speed pitches. Throws a changeup also with a good fastball. First one, 99 miles an hour. There's a slider. It's a good pitch.
There's no treat for right-handers.
No. And a little bit of a shadow out in front of home plate right now. A little uncomfortable.
2-1 pitch. Off the fist. Free and Phil. Throws down Andrus, 1 out. That's what Jason Vargas did today.
6 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned. Long ball hurt him today. A couple of home runs. A walk sandwiched in between the 2 home runs. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 106 pitches for Vargas today. Get any help offensively?
Nope.
You guys are just struggling for Dempster. And nobody's throwing in the Ranger bullpen, so it looks like he'll come out and pitch another inning.
There's Michael Young, 1 for 3. Got a base hit to center field back in the 5th. After striking out and grounding. Ball 1. Angels in the 9th now, top of the 9th, up 4-1 at home against the White Sox. Minnesota, Detroit will play game 2. And Smoke takes care of that. Line drive off the bat of Young, 2 outs.
99-mile-an-hour heater. Michael Young just sticks the barrel out there, lines it right at Justin Smoke.
Minnesota and Detroit going to play the back end of their day-night doubleheader. Minnesota won the first one 10-4. Here's Beltre, 0 for 3, fouled out twice.
Well, if that score holds up in L.A., Angels beating Chicago 4-1 in the 9th inning. Stay at a half a game, so the Tigers, if they win this evening, chance to even things up. Big game for them.
It's huge. Foul ball. Big swing by Beltre.
Adrian hasn't had a good day. 0 for 3 with a couple of pop-ups. One to the catcher and one to the first baseman.
Fouled off. You're talking about Chicago and Detroit. They're finished with their season series. Chicago will come home, will leave Anaheim and go home for the Indians for 3, the Rays for 4, and then finish up at Cleveland for 3. Interesting chase. Breaking ball hit down, the train fell. Throws out Beltre. Curtis Capps very effective. A 1-2-3. 7th inning. Coming your way now. Celebrate our great country with God Bless America.
bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Kids Appreciation Day here, and we thank all the Mariner fans for their support during the course of this season and every year. 3-0 Rangers. Still some time to get after Ryan Dempster. He's been outstanding today with 8 strikeouts, walked 1, held the Mariners to no runs on 4 hits. 1 multiple hit inning, that was the 5th. There's a drive. Deep right field. Eric Thames has got the Mariners on the board. Hit about 25 rows deep. His 9th home run. And RBI number 25. No doubt about that one. Dempster gives up a bomb. That's the 7th home run given up since he's joined the Rangers. Good for Thames. Ball club needed that. So did he.
Look at our Sterling Bank. Nobody works harder for you. And look at the eyes of Thames. They light up. He gets a fastball in the middle of the plate. And the concentration of Thames as he hammers that pitch. Strong man. Barreling up a fastball. Dave said about 25 rows deep out in right center.
That was impressive. 411 feet way back. Look at that. Feel good. Mariners on the board here. Thames' 6th home run since coming over to the Mariners from Toronto. So they said you got time. 1 out.
Some action out in the pen. You have Robbie Ross, the left-hander. Alexi Ogando, hard-throwing right-hander. Dempster now at 108 pitches.
One out. A run in here in the 7th. Last time Thames went deep 6 days ago against Baltimore. Trienfeld today, fly to left and a strikeout looking. Pretty good little note for the Mariners. They've now hit 137 home runs. It's 11th in the American League. Good little run.
Another area where they've improved. They're the last or second to last year in home runs.
Careful foul.
Seager leading the way this year with 18. Saunders has 17. Smoke, Montero both with 16 apiece. Ackley has 12.
Mariners last year hit 109 home runs. Vast improvement this year with 137. Back to what Eric Wedge said, our numbers, what was it? He says the numbers are going to say what they're going to say, but they are better. Talking about the ball club and the numbers that they've produced offensively. 2-2 pitch, bounced down to Andrews. And gets Trienfeld. Second out. Bring up Brendan Ryan. Hey fans, this season, Mariners and PACCAR have teamed up to support reading in our communities. For each RBI the Mariners record this season, PACCAR donates $100 to Page Ahead for its child and family literacy program. Mariners thank PACCAR for their continued partnership. Ryan get a 2-out single to left field back in the 5th inning. On Washington's club's going to see a lot of Oakland. That's 7 games. Last stretch of time. There's a drive. Murphy tracking. It's gone off the bat of Brendan Ryan. We got a 3-2 ball game. We know he had enough. Ryan's 3rd home run, 2nd Mariner home run of the inning. Got a ball game now at 3-2.
Good day for Brendan Ryan. 2nd base hit of the game, had a single, line drive to left. Last time up, it was a little bit better this time, hitting one into the bullpen. Get out into the Mariner bullpen. There's nothing cheap about it. Gets a pitch in the middle of the plate, belts high. Solid swing. And that'll be it for Dempster. Ron Washington, the manager of the Rangers, coming out to make a pitching change.
Dempster dominated through 6 and has given up a couple of home runs here in the 7th. Mariners now only trail by 1.
Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Sterling Bank. Life is about the good stuff. Your bank should be too. Visit our new website at bankofsterling.com. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by your Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. More shots there from the Columbia River, and all season long, we brought you some of the gorgeous sights and sounds from around the Northwest, here in Seattle, around the country as we have traveled with the team. And Dave, even around the world, if you think back to that opening series in Japan, how long ago does that seem as we get to the final stretch of games here?
Yeah, you know it, that's for sure. About with near pneumonia and everything back in that series.
That's right.
At the Root Sports Studios. Hey, Mike, let's say we meet at 3 a.m. and call a ball game.
I remember it well. Robbie Ross takes over, a 1.75 ERA, hard-throwing left-handers. Fastball in the low 90s. Good swing from Michael on that fastball at 92. Yeah, you weren't feeling well at all, and at that hour you should be in bed.
Oh, man. Change of what we went from New York to Arizona to Seattle, and then the crazy hours. All caught up. 3-1. Saunders representing the tying run with 2 outs here in the 7th. Couple home runs here in the inning. Thames and Ryan.
Michael hit a home run off the left-hander yesterday. Good fastball from Ross.
Robbie Ross, young left-hander. Story goes he showed up late one day. Next day, he came back to the clubhouse and his jeans were cut in half by Adrian Beltre. Strike 3 call. There's Mr. Accountability on the Ranger Ball Club. Fine inning for the Mariners. They drew it closer. A couple of home runs. Thames and Ryan make it a 1-run ball game. Tom Simons with another gem. It's Carter Capps. First pitch to Cruz here in the 8th. It's in there for a strike.
Carter had a clean 7th inning, 1-2-3 in the 7th. He was able to get back within a run. A couple of home runs. Good to see.
Said Mariners last year hit 109 home runs. His 2 home runs here today gives him 138. Center field for Goody. 1 out. I'm sure you catch all the action. The 2012 Major League Baseball postseason on Fox and TBS. The excitement begins October 5th. Wild card on TBS. One out, and I'll bring up Mike Napoli. He got the home run parade started today. One out in the fourth. 2 home runs for the Rangers. A solo shot by Napoli and a 2-run blast by Soto as Mike Adams, a very good right-hander, gets ready. A couple home runs for the Mariners today. Thames and Ryan. .99. Napoli likes the fastball, and Carter Capps has got a real good one.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much he likes that one.
Boy. Movement, well placed.
Last inning, Carter hit 100 twice. That's fastball at 99 in on his hands.
It had some rise to it. 1-2.
See what's going to look like when he gets that slider working for him. Not much of a chance for the right-handed hitters.
No chance. 1-2.
Slider.
You bet it against Mr. Ryan. Did he top at 100?
Not when I was facing him earlier. He did in his career.
Sure.
Faced Randy Johnson. Randy was throwing 100.
2-2. Wow, that had some great movement over Max Napoli. He's gone. 2 outs. First strikeout for Carter Capps.
Well, they did mix in one slider, but for the most part, just going right at him. Here's a good fastball at 98 miles an hour. McDonald's super mode. You see the delivery of Carter Capps. Wow.
Bring up David Murphy. 1 for 2. Walk and a run scored. The Mariners have drawn to within 1. They trailed 3-0 through 6.5 innings. A couple home runs in the 7th. Thames and Ryan still have 6 outs to play with. Teams have hit 2 home runs. All 2 strikes.
Now this is, you can see the shadows out in front of home plate. This is when it's tough. Carter standing in the sunlight. When you throw 99 miles an hour on top of it, it's difficult for the hitters right now. The biggest thing is just try to pick up any sort of rotation. You can see the ball, but you just can't pick up any spin off of it.
1-2.
Mariners will be back at the top of their order heading in the bottom of the 8th inning. It'll be Gutierrez, Seager, and Jaso due up.
Capps trying to put Murphy away. 1-2. 2 out, nobody on. Ooh. 98 get off the plate.
Carter's one of those guys with the velocity that he has and the rotation of the ball, how fast it spins. I guarantee you can hear it coming up there.
Murphy stays with it. Delivers a 2-out base hit center field. Take a look at Kerwin Danley reacting to this fastball.
Inside. Jaso, his new best friend.
That's right. John straining to make the play on that. Good job. As opposed to, who was it? Carlos Santana didn't do any favors. I can't remember the umpire's name. I'll think of it in a second. Look it up here.
Well,
remember that night he got beaten up because Santana seemed like he refused to catch anything.
And that fastball looked like it had his bicep.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I have no doubt that if he hits you in the arm, he can break your arm. Good play by Jaso to save him.
0-1.
He hasn't. Oh, there's a strike late, but he got it. I was just going to say he hasn't called a slide or a strike for him yet, and that looked like a pretty good pitch. And he waited a little bit of a delay, but he ended up getting it right. Good pitch by Carter.
Ed Hickox, who got the daylights beaten out of him back on Monday, August 20th. He got hit about 6 times. I went to see him the next day, and his thumb was all bandaged up.
Santana having a tough day.
He olayed a bunch of them.
Yeah. Looks like Sean Kelly and Oliver Perez.
1-1 here to Soto. On it goes. Oh, man, that was a direct shot. Hale and Hardy, thank you to Johnny Bench, the Hall of Famer, for starting the trend of wearing batting helmets under your catcher's mask. And Jaso walking it off. Glad he can smile.
And it's obviously a good idea to have that helmet. They should all have to wear them, but wonder why Johnny decided to go ahead and go with it. Something he grew up with, or?
Yeah, I don't remember the story, but
oof,
man, man.
That fastball's traveling at 98 miles an hour as it hits him in the forehead.
Well, he didn't have to take a standing. Didn't get counted out. He didn't get down to his knees. So.
Well, it used to be bad as guys, and we still see it from time to time, not as much as it used to be. Guys on their follow swing, that bat would swing around, they hit him in the back of the head.
The worst.
Yeah.
Bad enough to get foul balls, but then the bat comes from behind.
Yep.
A lot of players over the years have had that long swing. It's happened a lot. 1-2. Two outs, Murphy at first. 1-2 here to Soto.
Nineteen pitches in the inning for Carter. 28 pitches overall, 18 strikes.
On it goes. Foul back.
Soto looks like he's trying to cheat to get to that fastball. Throw a slider.
Last pitch at 99. One, two. There it goes again. Pitch. On the ground on a hop. Ryan. Throws out the Texas catcher. That'll do it. A couple innings for Carter Capps. Gets a strikeout. Gives up just one hit and no runs. Home eighth coming up. Goody, Seeger, and Jaso coming up. Alley with the Mariners. New first baseman for the Texas Rangers. They bring in Mitch Moreland. He takes over at first base for Michael Young. Let's check out our Nissan shift to the bullpen. And it brings us the always tough right-hander, Mike Adams.
Adams with a good fastball. Also mix in a slider and a split. 2.9 ERA for Adams. 41 strikeouts, so just 15 walks. Opponent's average 262. He's only given up 1 home run this year.
Adams coming over a couple years ago from San Diego. He's got Gutierrez, Seager, and Jaso here in the 8th inning. It's a 3-0 game for 6.5. Mariners got on the board. Thames leadoff homer in the 7th. 2 outs later, Ryan hit a home run. And hence we have a 1-run ball game. Back.
Justin Grimm. I don't think we've seen Grimm this year.
Have not.
Looks like he might just be getting some work in out in the pen. I don't think they're going to bring him in for Adams.
0-2 Franklin. Adams began his career with the Milwaukee organization. Big club 04, 5, and 6. 08 to San Diego, came to Texas trading deadline last July 2011.
He's part of a really good bullpen in San Diego.
And Luke Gregerson.
These guys are lights out.
Looking bat, Andrus, bat, no play, base hit. Tying runs aboard for the Mariners here in the 8th.
Infield base hit for Franklin Gutierrez. For Franklin, his second base hit, so he's 2 for 4. Take a look at our McDonald's Supermo in the eyes of Franklin Gutierrez. He hits that off the end of the bat. Probably ended up breaking his bat. Franklin runs well, and Andrus knew he had to get rid of it quickly. Goes off the end of his glove. You can see him trying to get set to get rid of it. I doubt he would have been able to throw Franklin out, so that'll be a base hit. We have Kyle Seager. Kyle, with a couple of hits last night, was able to pull the ball into right field. Again, that hole over on the right side of the infield with that base hit from Gutierrez is wide open for Kyle. And get something middle end to hit.
Kyle 0 for 3 today. Mariners trying to take this season series. It's tied at 9-9. It's the final game here. Mariners going for the sweep for this weekend. 6-3 and 1-0 victories thus far. Ball 1. Mariners 5-3 here in Seattle against Texas. 4-6 down in Arlington.
4-6 in Arlington is not bad. The Rangers again have played really well. They're 20 games over 500 at home this year. Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose in the Mariner pen. It's like Sean Kelly. There's Sean.
Four and 6 in Texas, best mark since 2 years ago, and the club went 4-6. Last time the Mariners won a series in Texas, when their share of road games was 0-2, when they went 6-4. Kinsler can't get it. Gutierrez will shut it down at second base, and here come the Mariners. First 2 men have reached here in the 8th inning. Tying and go-ahead runs are aboard.
Smart hitting by Kyle. That hole open on the right side. He's able to get out. Looks like a fastball running away from him. He reaches out, hits it in the hole. Good shot from our McDonald's Supermo. Bring up John Jaso. We'll see how Eric Wedge wants to play it. Go-ahead run at first base in Seager. Mike Maddox, pitching coach for the Rangers, coming out to have a conversation with Adams.
Hey, Marin fans, make sure you sign up for Root Sports Red Alerts to get exclusive offers and giveaways, Northwest sports updates, and the latest programming highlights. Just text fans at 733-733 and get in on all the action.
Normally, I would think that Jaso would just swing away. You have Smoke on deck. With his struggles, I'm not sure that he'd want to bunt him over. The Smoke has been a hot hitter here in September. I still think Jaso, he's been one of your more clutch guys. I think he swings. And Justin waiting on deck.
Rangers took a 3-0 lead in the fourth. A solo home run by Napoli, 2-run shot by Soto. Mariners a couple home runs in the seventh, and now this threat. Showed no indication of bunt. Takes a breaking ball for strike one.
Beltre was playing in on the grass, expecting him to bunt. But he looked like he was hitting there.
Beltre directing traffic at third pitch. Swung on a foul. Out into the glove of Soto.
Collins had a couple of good pitches hit, both of them in the middle of the plate. Still has to be a little bit tough. Shadows out on the field right now.
Oh, 2 pitch from Adams. Go down to third. No goes is Doug Eddings. 1-2 the count. Ball game. Nobody out. 2 men on. A 1-2 count here. What an eye. Discerning eye by John Jaso. 2-2.
Close pitch. There you can see the fourth pitch of this at bat. Just missing the outside corner. Good fastball at 93 for Adams. Two and two. That is a foul ball. Pitch right at the bottom of the strike zone, breaking ball. Adams mixing it up to Jaso. He's not tried to throw a fastball inside yet. He stayed away from him.
Tying and go ahead runs are aboard here with nobody out. A 2-2 pitch coming here to John Jaso. That's a fair ball. Adams will take it himself. Runners move up.
It's good as a bunt.
Yes, it is. Runners move up. Big spot here for Smoke.
Justin 0 for 2. He had a strikeout swinging in the second, walked in the fourth inning, and then grounded out to second. Eric Thames waiting on deck. He ended up hitting a solo home run in the seventh inning. It's his 9th home run of the season.
Put him on. For Smoke, just the second intentional walk this season. Set up a force at every base.
Well, give Eric Thames an opportunity to be a hero. And he's 1 for 3 with a home run.
Here's ball 4. Rangers think they can get Thames. He thinks otherwise. Let's see if he can deliver. Bases loaded, 1 out. Mariners down a run. Long home run to lead off the 7th. Nice little buzz going through the crowd here. 19,024 here on this Kids Appreciation Sunday. First pitch to Thames. Fastball beating, strike 1.
He hit a high fastball out of the ballpark, and he tried to go after this pitch. It's up out over the plate.
Strike 2. 1 out, bases loaded. Really got his work cut out for him. Here we go, 0-2. That was close.
Wow.
Oh man, he got away with one there. Mike Maddox on Washington. Luis Jimenez on deck. Got 1 out, bases loaded. Mariners down a run here in the home 8th. That is some pitch. Beating with a fastball, 2 outs.
He's throwing him cutters off the plate away, and this time he reaches back and throws him his best fastball at 93 miles an hour. Again on the outside corner. He's not able to get to it. He threw it by him. You can see he's late on his swing.
Well, that's the biggest moment this youngster's had since being called up earlier in the month. Luis Jimenez, wide of center, strikeout looking, and a ground ball. First base to the pitcher rather. Well, he wasn't brought up here to pity pat, that's for sure. Take a hack. Strike 1. 6 man to the plate here for the Mariners in the 8th inning.
Mariners so far 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Rangers are 0 for 7 this afternoon.
Coming off what, an 0 for 8 last night. 0-1 pitch in minutes. 1-1. Well, anything, if the base is loaded, down a run, you don't want Jimenez in between. Adams set. 1-1 Jimenez. Get Kerwin again. Plate umpire. Oh, his teammate of Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn.
A good pitch for Jimenez to hit. Goes off the glove of Soto. Pitch is down. It's an easier pitch for him to get to. Off the barrel. Ricocheted off of Soto. Pinball.
How about that? 1-run games. Ball club playing 500. 51-run games. Amazing. If you can turn that around here. Last year, the Mariners, 1-run games, 26 and 28. 16 and 11 here at home. Ball and 2 strikes to Jimenez. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th. Texas with a 1-run lead. Outside from Mike Adams. 2-2. Thirteen-year minor leaguer. Luis Jimenez against Mike Adams. 2-2 pitch. Popped it up. Center field. Gentry's there, and that will do it. The Mariners leave the bases loaded. There's an 8 on left on base for the ball game, trailing 3-2. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Luis Jimenez just missed his pitch right in his wheelhouse. Got off the top. That's a shame. Mariners leave him loaded and continue to trail 3-2 as we go to the top of the 9th here at Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew. The final home Sunday game here, 2012. 19,024 on hand. Sean Kelly takes over on the mound.
3.21 ERA for Sean. This will be his 44th appearance on the year. 41 strikeouts to 13 walks. He's got 41 hits over the 42 innings that he has pitched. Sean's fastball be 93, 94 miles an hour. Has a good slider. It's interesting looking at that swing. You talk about that pitch in the middle of the plate and just how fine line. You're talking a grain. One more grain on that ball and you have some action.
For sure. Greg Gentry leads off. 9-1-2 here for the Rangers in the 9th. Right now, the 2-run homer by Giovanni Soto in the 4th is the difference. Both teams have hit 2 home runs. Napoli a solo shot. Soto 2-run homer in the 4th, and then solo blast in the 7th for the Mariners. Thames and Ryan. To the gap. Gentry's one of the fastest guys in the league. He's got 2. He's going to go for 3. Relay not in time. A triple for Craig Gentry leading off the Texas 9th. He can really get going. His 3rd triple of the season. Andrus leads the club with 9.
Hits this ball hard. That's a slider. Leaves it in the middle of the plate, and he hits it hard into the gap. And he can run.
I knew he had a good chance from the get-go.
Well, he had 3 on his mind the minute that ball left the bat. As he saw it was in between the outfielders, he was going to go for it.
Especially if it gets between those two guys. Saunders and Goody can both run. Top of the order, Kinsler, 1 for 4 with the 3rd inning double. 10th hit for Texas. Mariners home ninth will have Trienfeld, Ryan, and Saunders 8, 9, and 1 coming up.
Well, nobody out. Gentry won't go on contact. Mariners have their infield up. Good play by Jason. Like another slider in the dirt.
Kelly behind 3-0. Thames in short right field, getting set. Gentry not going to pick up. That ball was thrown into Jaso. Nicely done by Thames. 1 out, runner at 3rd here in the 9th. Root Sports looking for the biggest Mariner fans in the Northwest. We're going state to state to find the most passionate in our region. And this month we want to hear from devoted fans in Washington. Log on to rootsports.com and show us why you're the Mariners' ultimate Northwest fan. Elvis Andrus, the hitter, reached on an error, sacrificed a runner over into 3rd, base hit the center, and a ground out.
Yeah, you have great speed at 3rd. Andrus can handle the bat. We've already seen him bunt.
Leads the league, 15 sacrifices. Washington likes the squeeze. There's Joe Nathan, the closer. He's had a good year. 34 saves. Time granted. Kelly ready. Here comes the 1-0. Out into Jaso's glove. 1-1.
Doesn't mess around, just goes with a fastball. This fastball at 94 miles an hour throws it by Andrus. It is in the middle of the plate. Jaso immediately went out to the mound. I think he wanted to let him know this pitch on the edges. You have the first base open. Don't give him anything too good to hit.
Counts at 1-1. Going on the squeeze. 2-1. Go. He did. Paul Maurer. 2-2.
That's another slider in the dirt. Jaso doing a good job of keeping the ball in front of him, and Andrus not able to hold up. After throwing the fastball by him, he comes back with the slider in the dirt.
Two and two. Elvis Andrus, good hitter. Started today at 289. That's where he is right now. 1 for 3 afternoon. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. Big K for Sean Kelly. 2 outs here in the ninth.
After the leadoff triple, made some big pitches. Take a look at this last pitch. Again, the slider. Able to throw it off the plate away. Pitch is up. He's right underneath. That'll bring out Eric Wedge. So he's going to make a pitching change.
Moreland, left-hand hitter, is up next. So Sean Kelly gives up a triple, then gets 2 outs. Lucas Litke, they're going to bring him on to get Moreland here in the top of the ninth. Rangers lead 3-2. With a man at third, let's take a look. Our leverage index when entering the game. This takes into account the inning, the outs, and the situation.
Lucas Litke now in the game, a 1.19 for him. The average situation, you can see it's over there at 1. Not a surprise to see so many guys from the bullpen pitching in stress situations. I already showed you this is the 51st one-run game that the Mariners have had so far. A lot of close ones that they're trying to protect. So typically every pitch matters when these guys come in the game.
Such is the situation right now with Lucas Litke. Random Texas native.
3.57 ERA for Lucas. Opponent's average 2.40. Ace Mitch Moreland. Moreland came into the game for defense for Michael Young, getting his first plate appearance of the game.
First pitch from Litke. Strike 1. Left-hander sitting $175 against Lucas. 1-1. There's Moreland's numbers for the series. 2 for 3 last night. And 1.
Well, Lucas can get Moreland out for the Mariners. You'll have 8, 9, and 1. They will be facing Joe Nathan, the closer for the Rangers. I imagine we'll see some pinch hitters. Mike Karp certainly would be a candidate. Ackley didn't start today because of a stiff neck, but he might be available to pinch hit.
A 2-2 pitch. Slicing drive, left field. That is a foul ball. Craig Gentry, leadoff triple. Kinsler flied to right. Andrews struck out. Now a 2-2 pitch to Moreland coming up. Two. Reload.
See all those pitches away, and that last pitch right on the outside corner. 89 miles an hour. That's Lucas' fastball. Probably come back with a slider.
Off the plate. Full count. Adrian Beltre's on deck.
I don't think Lucas will give in to him here. I think he'll throw the slider again. That's his best pitch.
3-2 at foul.
Beltre waiting on deck. Stephen Pryor cranking it up in the pen for the Mariners. So Lucas coming in just to face the one batter. And Stephen looks like he's ready to go. Team with Jamie Navarro going over the scouting report on Beltre.
3-2 pitch. Popped up, playable. Who's got it? Seager coming in. Down a run. Here we go. Bottom of the ninth. Scheduled. Trienfeld, Ryan, and Saunders. They'll have to get it done against one of the best, Joe Nathan. The ninth at Safeco Field. Final Sunday action this season here in Seattle. And they're going to have to do it against Joe Nathan, who at one point had a career record, 31 consecutive saves. He's got 34 on the season. Mike, he's been really good.
34 saves out of the 36 opportunities he's had. A 2.73 ERA for him. Look at that, 71 strikeouts to just 9 walks. That'll keep managers from getting an ulcer, that's for sure. First batter will be Mike Carp. Carp is going to pinch hit for Trienfeld. Carp has faced Nathan. He is 0 for 2 against him. Brendan Ryan on deck.
Carp, Ryan, Saunders here in the ninth. On the tie, 2 to win. Strike one. Joe Nathan, the former Twin and Giant. Looking for his first hit. Pinch hitter, Mike Carp. 0-2.
Left-hand hitters on the bench. Piguero, Ackley, Kawasaki. Switch hitters Figgins and Robinson available to Eric Wedge.
0-2 here to Carp. Strike 3, 1 down.
Wouldn't let Brendan Ryan hit. Brendan's 2 for 3 today. Hit a home run his last time up. Take a look at this last pitch. McDonald's Supermo. It's just a fastball on the outside corner.
One out for Ryan. Strike 1 to Ryan. He didn't like that call. One for 4 against Joe Nathan. Right field. Cruz has the play. Foul territory, 2 outs.
Bring Michael Saunders to the plate. Saunders having a good afternoon. He's 2 for 4. Base hit to right field and a base hit to left.
2 for 4 career against Nathan.
Michael with 17 home runs on the year.
I was very impressed by that ball he hit last night for the home run. Off-speed pitch, muscled it just over the fence. Coming in, Cruz. He cannot get it. Broken bat base hit with 2 outs. Tying runs aboard.
First pitch fastball at 96 miles an hour. It looks like it's just in off the plate. Michael being aggressive. Looking for a pitch in that he can pull. That one gets in on his hands. You can see how close he kept his hands to his body trying to get the barrel to it. That'll fall in for the third base hit of the afternoon for Michael and give Franklin Gutierrez a chance to keep this thing going. Franklin has a couple of hits himself, 2 for 4 today.
Sondo with his first hit and his third hit, broken bat base hits to right. 2 outs. He represents the winning run. Pitch from Nathan throwing first.
Kyle Seager waiting on deck. He's 2 for 3 off of Nathan. Now 1 for 4 today.
Pitch to Goody. Wednesday's game ended with Saunders at first trying to steal second with 2 outs. It was thrown out to end the ball game in the 11th. Saunders with a good lead at first, the 0-1.
Well, for Michael, he has the green light to run, and if Eric doesn't want him to, he can certainly stop him. They'll put a sign on for him not to run. The other night, Michael took off on his own and was thrown out. It's a perfect throw.
Sure was. Two outs, man aboard. 0-1 pitch here to Goody. Foul back. He's an 0-2 hole, game in the line.
Tried to jump on a high fastball. Fastball at 93 miles an hour, probably up out of the strike zone. Fouls it back.
Beltre guarding the line at third. Moreland holding the runner at first. Oh, 0-2. Come down to this, another throw to first. Go 0-2. Pitch from Nathan. Bounce it up there. Saunders takes off. He'll get to second base standing up. A wild pitch. Base hit will tie it.
I'm not sure if this is a split or a breaking ball hit so far out in front of home plate. See, it barely cleared the grass. Soto trying to keep it in front of him, and Michael always alert on the bases. As soon as he sees it in the dirt, he takes off. Gets himself down into scoring position. It's two gloves. You look at the last 2 days, strange game. Mariners 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position today. The Rangers 0 for 10.
Yes, 0 for 18 the last 2 days. They went 1 for 7 on Friday. It's not done well in that department. One and 2 to Goody. Tying run at second, 2 outs. Pitch. Fouled off.
Nathan still has a good fastball. That last one at 95. So far, he's topped out at 96. Take a look at this last pitch. Middle away, up in the zone.
Need a key hit. Game on the line. 2 outs. A 1-2 count from Joe Nathan. Saunders good speed at second. Pitch to Gutierrez from Nathan. Striking out, and that's the ball game. Texas gets 1 win in this series. They won it 3-2. Mariners just couldn't come up with enough big hits. As Jason Vargas will take the loss. And Ryan Dempster will get the win today. And runners in scoring position. Yikes, in the 6 games that went 2 and 4. My goodness, 3 for 45.
And that included today's 0 for 5. Mariners not many opportunities today, but when they had them, they couldn't cash them in. Thames with a home run. That was a bright point for the Mariners in this one. Also, Brendan Ryan, his 3rd home run of the year, but they just couldn't score enough runs in this one. And after winning last night 1-0, they fall behind today and can't make up the difference.
Wow, 3 hours and 9 minutes in front of a crowd 19,024. Let's send it out to Bill and Angie.
All right, guys, thanks.